Good evening, everybody. My name is Kirk Mabry. I'm the founder of
Zmack Improv, 10 years here in Shanghai. I guess you got a little bit of a taste of what that is. Is anybody here tonight seeing improv for the first time? You've never seen improv before, maybe never heard of it. Okay, so this lady here and this gentleman here. Very good. Anyone here a fan of improv? You know about it? Okay, great. What does improv mean to you? Love. Okay, good. Actually, we do call it theater of the heart. Anyone else? Anyone else familiar with improv? Who's heard of improv? Please raise your hand again. Thank you. Ma'am, what does improvisation mean to you?
Acting spontaneously.
Acting spontaneously. It is both acting and spontaneous. What we do in improvisation is we take suggestions from the audience, and with no script, no preparation, no practice, no costumes, no props, we create short plays, little scenes, movies here on the stage. And we've been doing that here in Shanghai for 10 years. How do we do this? We do this by using collaborative communication tools. We've worked out 7 principles of improvisation since we've been here in Shanghai, and we use those as ways to communicate with each other as we're creating and discovering on stage. We use active agreement, where we work together with yes and agree and build. Active listening for full understanding. Trust, the choice to trust yourself, your partner, and the process. Chivalry and support, making it about your partner. Commitment, sticking to the process even when it is the most difficult. Presence, remaining in the present and not the past or the future. And what I'm here to talk to you about tonight, top of your intelligence. Now, we use these principles to create improvisation, and if you don't mind, I'd like to show you a little improv game. I brought some of our Zmackers along, Sharmika, Elva, Lillian, and Mark. So what I need from you is I need a suggestion. This is how we start our improv. So just shout out what comes to your mind when I say, can you tell me an awkward situation? An awkward or uncomfortable situation. Anyone? A public breakup. All right. This game is called,
Ugly breakup.
Okay, I'm going to say an ugly public breakup because that's even uglier. I've been through those. I've been responsible for those. I probably am responsible for many of them, even not my own. However, what our actors are going to do is they're going to take the stage, and every so often one of them might yell freeze. They'll remove one actor, take their exact body position, and create a completely different scene. All right, Zmackers, ugly breakup.
Please come back to me.
You're too ugly. I cannot see you.
I'm so sorry. I will become beautiful.
You are really embarrassing me. We are like in a shopping mall. Look at the people.
夹克怎么这么好看
金龙，你知道吗？第一次有一个男技师给我做指甲。好。哎，帅哥，你结婚了吗？
You have got to be the worst fortune teller I have ever encountered.
Look, your lifeline.
This is my palm. Do you read tea leaves, maybe?
I can read your mind, okay? I'm feeling some anger.
Yes.
In your future, you're gonna have great
Violence.
No.
Freeze. I really want to go, Dad. Please let me.
You're giving me a headache with all your whining. Okay, all right, you can go.
Thank you, Dad. Okay, give me some money, please.
Here goes $5.
What do you mean do $5?
Buy some ice cream. That's what
Buy
kids
some
do.
It's 2019, Dad.
Fine.
I need at least $50.
All right.
Freeze.
Double freeze.
Freeze. 你不想弹钢琴，我就要你弹钢琴。妈，你给我弹！不是，妈，我手短，老师说了，手短的人不能弹钢琴。手短，你指甲给我留长一点就可以了。
What was that last thing you laughed at? Now, obviously, 我不会说中文，但是我知道我的中文好听。So what was that last thing that you laughed about? What was that last bit?
A mom forcing her kid to play the piano because her daughter doesn't want to play the piano.
A mom forcing her kid to play the piano because her daughter doesn't want to play the piano. Hi, please raise your hand if your mom ever forced you to do something you didn't like. Right. One of the things we've discovered in improvisation, one of the secrets to humor and engagement in communicating with others, is relatability. You can relate to this. How many of you have ever seen a stand-up comic and you say, it's funny because it's true? Have you ever said that to yourself? Right. So we tend to laugh because we can put ourselves into their shoes. Popular television shows often have a character that you can kind of relate to, and you would react in the same way that character would react in these strange situations. So one of our most important teachers, the founder of the I.O. Theater, I think I'm going the wrong way here, founder of the I.O. Theater, Del Close, when he wrote his book, Truth in Comedy, which is considered kind of the Bible of improvisation, he mentioned that the truth is what's funny. Honest observation, all of this is way funnier than anything you could make up. So when people see us doing improv on stage, the first thing they think is, I can't do that. I'm not that creative. I can't make anything up like that. I don't know what I would say on the stage. We don't know either. We're finding it out as we go along. But Del also said something else very important that leads to my next point. Del said, anytime a person gets on the stage, they become stupider. So what can we do in a circumstance like that? In order to show you that, I want to challenge two of our performers. Let's welcome Elva and Sharmika to the stage. Give them a hand, folks. I need a suggestion of a job, an occupation, maybe an unusual job. Anyone? Translator. Frank, let's put translator on the board, but that's not all. What else did I hear? Pianist. So we're going to use translator and pianist. Write it big, Mark. Translator and pianist. Pianist. I won many spelling bees as a child. Thank you very much. Now, what they're going to do, Sharmika is from the U.S. Elva, however, is from Henan in central China. Elva speaks English quite well, but it is her second language. What they're going to have to do as they create this scene is each letter of this word, translator and pianist, they're going to have to use that as the letter of the line that they're about to speak. So every line they speak begins with the next letter of the word translator and then pianist. And we'll keep it up here so that you can follow along. All right, so what we need to get them started is a suggestion. What is a location, a place that would fit on this nice round stage? What kind of location could you imagine would fit on this stage?
The beach. Boxing.
Oh, I heard the beach. I like the beach. Thank you very much. Ladies, let's play alphabet soup at the beach.
头痛 Oh my god My head hurts so much
Really? You expect me to care?
Alright, I know you don't love me anymore. You just stay there, play with your stupid rock.
Nobody talks about my rocks like that. Not even you.
Oh, seriously? That got your attention. Oh well, that's good. Come here.
L.
Like I really care what you want me to do.
A.
Apple. I want an apple now.
T.
This is only because I love you.
O.
Oh my god. I know that. I know you still love me.
R.
Really? Really? You're just gonna eat this apple without saying thank you?
P.
Patient. Be a little bit patient with me. We just get a little bit more closer.
I.
If we're gonna be married like this, I need a little bit more respect.
Apple. You hold it. You need it right now.
N.
Never have I ever been with someone so irrespective of my feelings.
I know. That's why it's very interesting.
S.
Say. You want to get out of here?
Together, of course.
So how did they manage to avoid what Del says is becoming stupider when they got on the stage? I keep going backwards with this thing. Hang on. Well, what he defined as top of intelligence. Now, he's a frustrating man, actually. Up until his death, he never defined what he meant by top of intelligence, but he taught all of us, every one of his students, play to the top of your intelligence. Now, they were given a very strange thing. They were given the barrier that they had to begin each sentence with the next letter, and they were given a suggestion. They knew they were at the beach. So the process of mutual discovery was by being authentic. Sharmika was reacting in a way that Sharmika's character would in that sort of circumstance. As Dell used to say, we wear our characters like a thin veil, and our true nature shines out through them. So why not practice this in life? Now, sometimes when we talk about honesty, reality, authenticity, there are times where we're a little bit confused as to what is the truth. Sometimes it's not completely apparent to us. And that is when you consult your third brain. Neurons. Neurons, the little brain cells that transmit information. Here's an interesting fact. Your brain, on average, contains about 100 billion neurons. That's billion with a B. This is the big gun. This is your logic center. This is your facilitator. This is the one that does the planning. Your heart, and we've all been told, follow your heart, listen to your heart, trust your heart. Your heart's got 40 million. 100 billion, 40 million. And your heart's responsible for feelings and memories and dreams, but your gut, your gastrointestinal system, what some scientists refer to as your enteric brain, your stomach and intestines, 100 million neurons. Now, that's not the only thing. It has more neurons than the brain, but also it is instantaneous. It does not debate. It is intuition. It is instinct. So many times today we're taught to first think so carefully. But improv works because 我们不要想太多了. Improv works when we react, and we react by trusting our gut. And this is what enables us to handle things that we might otherwise be afraid of. I'd like to invite Mark and Lillian onto the stage. We're going to level this up a little bit for them so that we can actually make this a little bit more difficult. I'm going to put them into a game in which they cannot think. Now, both Mark and Lillian are bilingual, English and Chinese. And I know from conversations with them that when they're speaking Chinese, which is neither of their native language, they're actually thinking in Chinese because they've gotten to that level, right? Now I'm going to remove that ability from them. I need a suggestion from you. What is a difficult relationship? A two-person relationship that would be considered difficult?
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law? Mother-in-law and son-in-law. Now here's the interesting thing. One of these actors will be performing in Chinese while the other actor is performing in English. And when I ring the bell, they'll switch languages. Mother-in-law versus son-in-law. Language switch.
Good enough. You'll never be good enough.
我都听腻了你说这句话。
Because you haven't changed. You're the same man as 20 years ago when you married my daughter.
20年前我还是算一个没什么的小青年，现在我有车，我有房。Switch. How can you say I'm not good enough? Still.
Because you have a car.
Please.
你有车，你有房，
Yeah.
但你没有公司。我说你现在别的男孩子对吧 ？CEO 啊，什么 COO 啊，这到处都是。
Yeah.
你呢？
Well, I guess I could start a tech startup. Tech companies.
什么 tech 啊？什么
Language switch.
tech？What do you mean tech？啊？
就是说像那种 APP 之类的，做软件的，你知道
APP like making games？
马云 Jack Ma, that's how he started, you know?
哦，马云呀！
Yeah.
你看马云更好了，我好喜欢马云。
Yeah. 我可以就像他一样做一个创始人。
Oh, and then one day you're gonna be rich.
Well, okay. 对的。
Sorry.
我会有更多钱，我会多照顾你的小女孩。
Give him a hand, folks.
Wait, Mark, Lily, come here. Was that comfortable?
No.
very difficult.
Did it look comfortable?
Now, here's the interesting thing. Before about 15 minutes ago, they thought they were playing a different game.
Yeah.
15 minutes ago, they learned they were playing this game, and their first question was, Kurt, I think we can play the other one, the one we're prepared for. So you entered this with fear.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
And so what did you do to handle that?
Well, just trust my gut.
Thank you very much.
I have enough experience to know that I'll be okay.
And trust each other.
Yeah.
You know, and trust you. Yeah, as a
So,
team.
thank you, Mark. Thank you, Lily. You know, thank you. Joseph Campbell wrote, the cave that you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. When he writes about the hero's journey, he talks about how the hero of the story encounters two caves. One cave is clean, warm, well lit by the sun, flowers growing outside. It would make a great place to stop for the night. The other cave, there's a terrible smell. It looks like it could collapse. And from deep inside, you're hearing a growl. All of us have seen enough movies to know which cave has the gold. It's the dangerous one. And that's the thing. We hear a lot of conversations today about risk or reward. Risk versus reward. Minimizing risk, maximizing reward. I'm here to tell you these are two sides of the same coin. There is no reward without risk, and the greater the risk, the greater the reward. So when it comes to understanding the truth about risk and the truth about reward, what happens is fear creeps in, doubt creeps in, and we start to ask ourselves, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? You know, I appreciated what Ben said earlier. Facing your fear. Courage, absolutely, he's right. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is fear and you face it. I want to level that up a bit, and I want to challenge you. Well, that's the wrong one. Boy, that looked bad dramatic point. I want to, even worse. Follow the ear. Follow the fear. This is what Dell kept saying. On the back wall of the I.O. Theater, painted big as life, are the words, follow the fear. What does that mean? That means when you are in that moment of fear, you bring in your true, authentic self. You trust your gut, and you get on that roller coaster and enjoy the ride. Now, a lot of people think about your gut instinct as telling you what to stay away from. It's your lizard brain protecting you. It is also an indicator of where the treasure lies. So the next time you feel that fear, you feel that should, trust your gut. Now, you've seen my improvisers do improv, and you understand that you can do anything you want up here as long as you are authentic, honest, and real. And I obviously have 30 years of experience performing improv. So I'm asking right now for one of you to join me on stage for an improv scene. In English, absolutely. If you'd like to join me, here's my promise to you. I'm going to make you look good. I'm going to make myself look like a complete and total idiot before you ever can. And you get to do whatever you want, and you're going to be amazed at what we create together. Could I have one volunteer to join me on stage for this? Come on up. Give her a hand, folks.